All right. Well, I am very excited to talk to you. And it's just funny too how what you've done in the world has kind of crashed over, especially big guys, because now I am defined as fluffy. So I gotta wonder, has Webster's reached out? Like, is fluffy gonna be another app, another option when you look under fluffy things? Has anyone ever
Uh,
talked to you about that? Because now it is a commonplace talk. I think if you think about it now.
what's interesting is that the word fluffy now, if you Google it or just any search engine, I'm the number one thing that pops up. So it's kind of one of those that the word took on a life of its own. It's actually even in the Urban Dictionary as well. So it's almost there. It's almost at the Webster level, but I think the internet rules when it comes to just getting information. So yeah, if you Google fluffy, this is what you're gonna see right here. Is this mug right here?
Well, and that's a good thing. It's good to own those words and those names too. And of course, the name Mr. Iglesias as well. It seems like you're having a lot of fun with this show. So I want to ask, what is it like, being part of a show with the cast? And then not only that, but younger kids and seeing them grow. We're only at part 3 now, but I'm sure you've seen a bunch of growth already.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when we first started casting, we had to keep that in mind that depending on how long this goes, the people are going to change. I mean, as adults, we change. We get wrinkles, we might get gray hair, but all things that we can adjust. But when kids are growing, man, they might be this tall one year and they're this tall the next, and that could totally throw things. So we were mindful of everything, but yeah, at the end of the day, they're all awesome. They're all professionals. They're all easy to get along with, and they all teach me a thing or two about the business. Because remember, I came in as a stand-up comic. I claim stand-up comic first, actor second. And I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and the fact that all the kids on the show had already they already have credits, and I'm just the guy that has the name on the show. So I learned a lot from them, and I spent a lot of time apologizing to them for all my mess ups. So whether it was screwing up lines or looking in the wrong direction, or because if I have to repeat something, they have to repeat something. And most of the time, I'm the one that messed up scenes.
Right, but just don't forget the fact that you're the reason they're there, and you're the reason there's a check, attached to Iglesias' name too. So they're like, "Yeah, let's do it again. You want to do it? We'll do it in French this time. Whatever you want to do, let's go."
I think. Oh, by the way, I think the show is dubbed in French.
Is it? Oh, c'est magnifique. What can I say?
Funny.
So season, part 4 and 5, of course, we're gonna go into lean on me / stand and deliver stuff. But part 3, I think we kind of get into some relationship stuff with Mr. Iglesias, right?
We got to see where that goes. Like any relationship, everything is good and gravy in the beginning, and then you got your good days, you got your bad days, and then you figure out whether you want to keep that going or part ways. And so we just got to see how this plays out.
Are you a cynical person? Are you cynical with love?
Again?
Are you cynical with love? Because that seems like a cynical love kind of thing. Your heart is a little cynical there.
Well, hey man, I've been in enough relationships to know when things are good, and I know when things are bad, and I know when you're holding on too long. So yeah.
I understand that. I understand that very much. I look forward to everyone get a chance to watch this and catch up. Of course, it's already out, and they're already gobbling it up. So I hope you have as much fun making it as it is to watch. The last thing I want to ask is, during all this this time in quarantine, I was looking, but you don't actually have a podcast. Are you not a podcast kind of person, really? Right? I was looking.
I think that a podcast is great when you can be consistent with it. I'm very inconsistent, and I see how I do my social media. There's no specific time. If I do go live with something, it's every now and then, or rare. And I think that if you're going to have a podcast and you want it to be successful, you have to get on a very you got to be scheduled, and you got to be consistent. So you got to always have something that people can know what to look forward to. Like Joe Rogan's killing it. Oh, yeah. Joe Rogan got into podcasts before people even knew what that was. And again, very consistent, always putting out content, always interviewing guests, ask great questions. And I'm just a big dork. I'm fun for 45 minutes, and then, I got to go. And
I understand. Well, whenever the Fluffy podcast comes out, if you're reviewing video games, food, whatever you want to do, I'll definitely tune in for sure. I'm sure a lot of
I
people will as
appreciate
well.
that. And believe me, people keep asking, when are you going to do a podcast? I'm like, just, if I get into it, I want to really get into it. I don't want to just kind of put my toe in the water and be like, ooh, it's cold, I'm out.
For sure. Well, I hope you stay entertained at least, and I hope everyone is healthy and happy in your world as well.
Definitely. Thank you very much, bro.